Today we're going to be playing some 40k 6th edition. We're also going to be allowing in the 7th edition codexes with the main 6th edition rulebook, just so that everybody's on an even playing field as far as codex strength goes. Today we're going to have 3,000 points of the Young Tau against the evil Dark Eldar. We're going to be playing the Emperor's Will scenario. Each side will have one objective that they'll have to capture, in addition to the normal victory points for Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and Linebreaker. We're going to be playing on the short table edges, so it's going to be a long game, a lot of territory for the foot sloggers to have to cross. Whoa, this is a lot of old Dark Eldar in one place. Let's take a look and see what everything is. For troops, we have two big squads of 20 Dark Eldar warriors. Each of those looks like they have two Dark Lances. We have two squads of 10 warriors and a raider. Each of those has a splinter cannon. We've got two squads of 5 Hellions. We've got 2 units of 10 witches, the purple and the blue. We've got 8 mandrakes. The warlord here is going to be an archon here in the green. He's also going to have a homoculi. There's going to be a talos, a unit of 5 scourges, 2 units of 7 incubi. Each of those will have a raider. We have a unit of 6 bikes there in the blue, another unit of 6 bikes here in the purple, and then 2 ravengers. Almost forgot one of our favorite units is the good old Beastmaster on his skyboard and his unit of warp beasts. Alright, here's our Proxy Tau army. Walk us through what everything is.
Got 3 units of fire warriors with these turret things, Narlock riders, a unit of Kroot, 2 units of stealth suits with marker drones, a hammerhead with 2 gun drones, a sky ray, 2 units of pathfinders, Vespid, sniper drones, and the storm surge.
And don't forget this big fella.
Oh yeah, and the riptide.
Okay, yeah, he's the riptide. Gotcha. All right, let's get everything deployed. Okay, we're all deployed for the first turn. Both the Tau and the Dark Eldar have their infiltrators out. The Tau kind of box the Dark Eldar in, but hopefully we'll be able to spread out once the game gets started. Just a quick correction. The big guy, the Knight, is going to be standing in for the Storm Surge, and the smaller robot is going to be the Riptide. All right, let's get started on turn 1. Okay, so end of turn 1. The Tau have kind of chewed up the mandrakes there in the center, but they're not out of the fight yet. The Dark Eldar managed to put a couple wounds on the big robots, but not enough to shake them. The Dark Eldar also lost the purple squad of bikes, and the Tau ended up scoring first blood off of that. But the squad of blue bikes turbo boosted all the way into the Tau's back lines, so we'll see how that affects things on turn 2. Okay, at the end of turn 2, things are getting interesting. The Tau had some reinforcements come in with the Vespid. The Vespid poured some shots into those warriors. The warriors have gotten pretty beaten up. That 3-man squad, they managed to hold. That red squad over there is currently fleeing. This green squad over here, they had actually fled but then rallied on the Dark Eldar turn. Dark Eldar also had some reinforcements come in, 2 squads of Hellions along with 2 Ravengers. The Dark Eldar threw everything they could at the Riptide that was right here and managed to take it out. The Tau also threw everything they had in this corner over at the bike squad that was right there. I guess they didn't like them behind their lines, so they took out that entire bike squad. Over here we managed to take a few wounds off the Storm Surge. In combat, these incubi killed a stout a Tau stealth team, and now they're sitting out in the open. Over there, the other squad of Incubi managed to kill a stealth team, and now they're trying to hug the cover, and we'll see what happens to them on turn 3. At the end of turn 3, the Vespid here managed to kill off the Homoculi, but those warriors are trying to keep them in place and away from the Dark Eldar objective. Those warriors are holding. Mass Dark Lance fire had brought down the Storm Surge, so the tower out of it, all their giant robots. Over here, the Incubi managed to kill off the Krutox riders. The two Ravengers are in the Tau back lines trying to pin down their vehicles. The Talos has come over here and chased off a squad of Pathfinders, so they're on the run. Mass shooting from the Tau took out the Archon and his squad of Incubi, scoring a Slay the Warlord point for the Tau. So we are going into turn 4, and we'll see what happens. At the end of turn 4, the battle continues to rage between the Vespid and the Warriors. Neither side can quite shake the other. The Tau managed to rain some fire down and took 3 raiders out this turn. In exchange, the Dark Eldar did manage to take out both the Skyray and the Hammerhead. The Witches got out of their transport and wiped out a squad of Fire Warriors. Finally, the Scourges arrived and pumped a whole lot of shots into the Ethereal's unit and killed most of them, along with some help from the Ravenger. But I think we're going to call the game there in favor of the Tau, because despite no matter what the Dark Eldar can do, they're not going to be able to take out both of those big squads in a single turn. So we're going to call it there. The Tau have one objective. They have Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and we are going to count those Vespid for Line Breaker. All the Dark Eldar have right now is one objective. So what do you think? Who really was your man of the match? Who did the most work for you?
I can't really say. It's definitely the Fire Warriors. They were able to pump out a lot of shots into some of the bigger targets.
Yeah, they really did a lot for you in taking out the Raiders in the last 2 turns, so that helped out a lot. I think for me, the unit that I probably would say is my man of the match, the Ravengers were surprisingly effective once they came in. They did a lot to get rid of some of their bigger weapons, or honestly, just the plain old Dark Eldar Raider with their Dark Lances going around hunting the giant robots. They probably did the most work, but unfortunately, the long table, that was a lot of territory for the Dark Eldar to cross to get into the Tau lines. So this is a victory for the Tau. Anything else you want to say?
Not really.
All right. Thanks for watching.